especially like the majority of these movements now are just kind of like, they're for black people. Like, for example, the Breonna Taylor case, honestly, Black Lives Matter should be like, they should go to jail for fraud, because what they did is so obscenely like foul that literally like even the mother of Breonna Taylor was like, I've never met any of these Black Lives Matter people. I've never seen a penny that you guys raised for my family.
I've never heard about that.
Yeah, she literally, again, why do you think no one ever heard about it? Because nobody cares when it goes against the agenda of, oh, we need justice for Breonna Taylor, blah, blah, blah. And it's just obscene that the mother literally had to go on TV and be like, if I walked in the room, you guys wouldn't know who I am. You raised all this money for the family, and we never asked for the money, and we've never seen a penny of the money that you guys raised. And then they were just going down the list. The mom was going down the list. And so it's just crazy now that
How old is that?
I can look up the exact date right now.
I was going to say, how old is it, and do you know if that's been rectified since then? Because if not, that's an issue. That's a big issue. If that's the case, I probably would.
Yeah, April 17th, 2021.
Wow. For real?
Breonna Taylor's mom slams Black Lives Matter chapter in Louisville as fraud. So going back to that, it's just crazy. Like, because I remember seeing that story like a few days ago. And it's just crazy.
Did anyone confirm this?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, there's probably...
That's the mom.
Yeah,
yeah. And she was on multiple...
If you have the video of it, that'd be even better to put up on screen while you edit this.
Because I know her family got $12 million from the city.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with BLM.
But the BLM chapter like basically made all this money off of them and did absolutely nothing to help the family. Yeah, it's on RT, New York Times, New York Post, LA Times. Well, that's...
Ooh, and nobody fucking talked about that. Should be That should have been trending news. What the fuck? I don't know. Maybe I just missed it because I don't be paying attention that close to stuff like that. But that's even more disappointing, to be honest. Like,
But that's my thing is like...
That honestly just probably isn't like BLM's like... Hasn't their approval rating just been going down consistently since George Floyd?
Because everybody, the way the media portrays it is like Black Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter. But like a lot of black people do not support Black Lives Matter.
True.
Like, I don't support Black Lives Matter. Like the majority of my friends who are black don't support Black Lives Matter because at the end of the day, they're just in it for the money. Like, and we all know it. We all know that like, they don't really care about black lives. They don't really care about helping black lives. All they care about is when the next black person comes and gets killed by police, they know, hey, we can make some money off of this. And then they say, donate to us, donate to us, donate to us. And then they go buy multiple houses in Los Angeles for a few $1 million.
Oh, yeah. I remember hearing about that.
So it's crazy because like there's plenty of other foundations.
They probably should be sued for fraud then. If that's like a...
I'm surprised the government hasn't looked into them and
This
is
is a
like...
bad look. The PR is terrible. And PR will drive a story. PR is almost everything when it comes to what is true and not true.
But that's what I'm saying. I just don't think that any of this has happened because the Joe Biden especially isn't going to say like Black Lives Matter.
I don't think he cares.
I don't think he cares.
I just don't think he'd care to do it.
It'll make the narrative look absolutely terrible.
Right.
If all of a sudden the
government is going against a government called Black Lives Matter. That's a terrible look.
Yeah, like it's crazy, man. Like Black Lives Matter. I hope somebody's suing all the chapters because
I really do hope like if someone sues them, it really should just be like a massive like a company that's just nothing but like minorities or something.
Yeah, honestly, Black Lives Matter needs to go. It needs to be replaced by something else. Like. And again, like, but see, the thing is, a lot of people that may watch this video, they look at it like, you know, like, especially like leftist people look at it like, oh, if you're against Black Lives Matter, you're racist.
It's like, no, it's not true.
It's just like, we believe in the movement of, hey, like, you know, there are injustices for certain situations. where, you know, like a 9-year-old getting pepper sprayed by a cop.
It's
like,
not necessary.
Not necessary. You know,
You
like
just pick 'em up.
beating, exactly, like beating up a guy who's unarmed. You know, has his hands up. You know, which we've seen LA sheriffs do it and stuff. Like there are instances of like, hey, police brutality, and we're all for getting reform for that. But like when you go ahead and then make an organization, say you're for Black Lives, but you don't talk about the mass shootings that happen in Chicago, the shootings that happen in Los Angeles, and in low income and minority communities, and then you make millions of dollars off of it, and you don't set up like backpack drives, tutoring for, you know, these kids in some of these neighborhoods where like the education system's terrible, and you don't put any programs forth to, you know, help Black people. It's like I'm truly surprised they have not been declared like a fraud yet.
It's because
Like,
it's probably because it's super fractured. It's really hard to pin it on someone.
But that's the thing is like
Like you
yes,
can
there's
they can
different-
probably sue an individual, but I don't know about an entire organization because there's so
that's the
many
thing
different
is-
sects who are like some are really radicalized,
But
some
they're all
aren't.
doing the same thing, like the albino. I don't know if that's a racist term.
Albino? No, it shouldn't be. If it is, I know thousands of
For the-
people who've
but
been
I'm
saying
talking
it
about, you
for
know,
long.
I'm talking about the black dude who he basically is like white, but you could tell like he's mixed. Yeah, he
I don't
looked-
think he's black.
He looked, yeah, and he stole like a shit ton of money and bought a house from Black Lives Matter. It's like we keep seeing the reoccurrence.
Like,
of
he
like,
had a tweet-
Oh, Los
yeah,
Angeles
yeah.
chapter, Louisville chapter, this like of them misusing money, and I'm just like,
What's his
why,
name?
Like,
I know who you're talking about. I'd be surprised because I have an English teacher. I used to have an English teacher who looked exactly like him, and he would tell me, he's like, "Oh, I'm just Irish." He's just from straight Irish descent.
finish out, like, it's just crazy. Like, what do you guys think below? Like, honestly, how do you feel that Black Lives Matter has not actually put any programs forth, worked with any legislators, you know, done anything to actively change the issues in the community? Because again, we're not talking about, you know, just shootings like Ma'Khia Bryant. That officer saved another Black lady's life. You know, we're not saying that that's unjustified. But we're talking about, for, you know, unjustified reasons or just in general of issues in the Black community, you know, like single parent homes and, you know, welfare and all these different things.
I don't know. It's just all around. It's like just disappointment because all these things are like are saying like, oh, we're gonna help people and we're gonna solve injustice. Like, if the mother of Breonna Taylor, if what that stuff you showed me was true, and it looks like it is true because LA Times and New York Times covered it, if the mother of Breonna Taylor has to come out and say, oh yeah, these private groups and organizations who said they were raising money for us didn't do shit, then what the fuck are you here? Like, go fuck off somewhere. You shouldn't be around at all.
No, but in general, that's fraud.
That is, like,
You
yeah.
donated money to an organization that you literally said this is gonna go to the family and to the cause of helping Breonna Taylor, and they haven't seen a penny? Come on, man. So what I want you guys to do is I want you guys to comment down below what you guys think about Black Lives Matter as a whole. I'm not talking about the movement, I'm talking about the organization and organizations, plural, because they haven't worked with any legislators, they haven't worked with any, you know, community groups, they haven't worked with police departments, they haven't really done anything besides take money from donators and not really use it. Like, we see they keep buying houses. We see that a few have been arrested for fraud. We see that they buy, you know, they basically cover their expenses first before they can help anyone. So comment down below what you guys think about this whole situation below. Do you really think that Black Lives Matter is actively trying to change and help the community? Or do you actually just think that they're just money hungry and they're all just after money? Because again, we're talking about the organization, not the movement. Movement is different. You can't donate to a movement because that's just, you know, it's completely different. So comment down below, let us know, and we'll see you guys next time.